If you're running a gym, there is a very good chance that you are not posting enough on social media. Despite the fact that you know you probably should, knowing it's a high leverage task, and knowing you're probably going to generate more leads and sales the more you post on social media. The reason that we don't is often because we either don't know what we're going to be writing about, it takes too much time to do, or the actual design process comes out with what you actually make at the end doesn't really turn out what you wanted, you don't think it's very good, so then you decide not to post it. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you how we can solve all of that. So you can create an entire week's worth of content, you can post high quality stuff, and you can do it very, very quickly. So in order to do this, we're going to jump inside of our Ravini account. So I'm going to show you one post that I have just made. It took me literally a matter of seconds. I'm then going to show you how we make it. And finally, in this video, I'm going to show how we can make a week's worth of content while you sleep. So we're obviously going to be utilizing the power of AI. Now, where this comes in a little bit different is everything inside of Ravini has full context on your business. It knows your target audience, it knows your brand, it knows your testimonials, it knows who you work with, it knows how you write, and it knows your social media content that performs the best. It takes all of that, so when it's making these posts, it's not just throwing a dart at a dartboard, it knows precisely what it needs to make and what's going to have the best effect. So the post that I've decided to make here is based around the World Cup. Time of year that we're at the minute, the World Cup is on. Now, if we run a men's over 40s gym, a lot of them are probably going to be consuming alcohol while they're watching the games, and as they should. So we want to make a post about how they can do that maybe a touch more efficiently, save some calories so that they're not going drastically over the top. So the prompts that I gave to this is, it's the World Cup at the minute. We want to do a 5-slide carousel based on around men over 40 in York and how they can easily reduce the calorie content without having to cut out the alcohol completely and still enjoying themselves. And this is what it made. So you can see here, it's got our branding, it's got our logo, it's very straight to the point, and it just goes through and gives you very basic details on what they want to do. Okay, now you can actually come into this, you can tweak this and edit it in any way that you want. So we might go in and say, actually, we want this word to be a touch bigger and we want it to be underlined, for example. So you can actually come in and make those tweaks. If you want to make big sweeping changes, if you don't like a huge amount of what it is, you would then just come into the AI down the bottom and you say down here, I don't know, make it light mode. I want to have more images. I want the text to be less, like whatever you want to do. But you would then have it all done inside of there. So really, really straightforward. Now, what I'm going to share with you now is how that actually looks and works. So when you come to your main screen here, we're just going to put in, let's say, World Cup. It's got your area in here already, so it's already got all of your branding and everything pulled in. You can tweak that. You can make as many. So if you've got like a men's and women's, you've got different branding that you use for them. You can make multiple of those branding colors. And then we're going to come into create. So now what we're going to say is, I want to make a post around the World Cup. I want to focus on how men over 40 can still drink and enjoy alcohol while watching the game, but without going drastically over the top. I want this to be a carousel post with 5 slides. So what this is now going to do is going to go and look at all the information I was talking about before. My brand, the way I write, the content that's performed best, obviously what I've asked it, and it's going to come up with a series of questions so it can really dial in exactly what it's going to make. So here it's asking like where it wants to post it. We're going to go both. What's the main angle? We're going to go with, let's go with nutrition science. How should it come out? Light and punchy, and then there's no call to action. So really straightforward. Now, it might then have another couple of questions after that, once it's been thinking, it'll fire those at me if it does. In this case, it doesn't. It's happy. It's just going to go off and make that form. Okay, and here we have it. You can see here that it's done the exact same thing, slightly different style, slightly different design, obviously from the one we made before, but the same sort of thing. So you can now come in here, be like, cool, I like this. Let's post this straight up to Meta. Again, we're going to make this as easy as possible. So we're going to write the caption with AI as well. That is then going to load up. And again, you can read through, you can tweak it, edit it, do whatever you want. So you can read it and just see what it's going to sound like. But that's all there for you. So really nice and simple and straightforward, which is wonderful. But how do we make this one step better? So inside of here now, we're going to come to our AI planner. Now, the AI planner is effectively an AI that is going to use the AI inside the canvas to actually create everything. So I've already done this, and I've used this to make 7 posts. It works the same way. You come into here, you ask it for what you want. You just say, plan a week worth of content. It then asks you questions back and forth about what you want, and it then goes and makes everything. All of that then comes over to your review tab. So if we look at one as an example here, so this is a testimonial that it's made. And we can then actually come into the canvas and edit it directly. The same way we did when we made the individuals, this is just now doing it en masse. So that's the beauty of the planner. Now, this has got 2 more features, which is going to make your life a lot easier. Number 1 is the past posts. In here has everything that you posted this time last year. So if you have been writing and making social media posts, you might as well repurpose them. You're likely writing about the same things now as you did last year, or last year as you're going to now. And you can come in, you can be like, cool, I like this one. Let's just schedule that one up. And then once you've done that, let's say you made 3 of those, you could then come back to your AI and say, can you just fill the gaps in? So you can either have it make an entire week's worth of content or just fill in the gaps. You can make the ones that you want. It will also see posts that you've got on Facebook already. So if you've already made some directly in Facebook and Instagram, it will already know about those and it will just fill in the gaps. Now, this is where this becomes very clever, is you can have this run automatically. So say every Sunday at midnight, it's going to create the next week's worth of content, and you wake up Monday morning and all you do, you come into your review tab, you see what it's made, you approve it, you reject it, you edit it. But rather than you having to come up with a load of different ideas and make things every day, it's there, it's ready. You're just the editor and approving what it's made. And again, it learns over time. So if there are things that you don't like, it will learn about what you approve and what you reject. So it gets better and better and better as time goes on. So all of this is fully included inside of your Ravini account. It's there with everything. If you're not in Ravini yet and you want to have a chat around everything that we do, we've got your CRM, we've got your booking system, we've got an entire system around it. It's not just the content. And if you are in Ravini and you haven't been using this and you haven't been using it on the autopilot mode as well, then I figure this would be a good video so you can actually go in and have a play about with that as well. If you are interested, if you want to have a chat, or if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below, DM me, drop me a direct message, email me, do whatever you need to do. And yeah, we'll have a chat.